It's Andrea here. I'd just like to show you what to expect when you're logging into the discussion forum. That'll help probably alleviate some of the concerns or anxieties, maybe if you're not sure what to expect. When you go to the discussion forum, and there's two ways. You can go to community.ripplesandleaves.ca, or you can just go to ripplesandleaves.ca and then click on the forum. And the first time you go to log in. So you might choose sign up. What sign up will do is um, prompt you for the username and the email that you want to use. It'll take you off to Patreon, and you can pick the level of Patreon tier that you want. So the, the three levels are seedling, sapling, and tree. Seedling is $2. Sapling is $5 and tree is $10. The seedling gives you just the discussion forum, and that's it. So it's kind of like the basics. Sapling, which I encourage you to consider, is kind of the sweet spot. So it gives you the discussion forum, but it also gives you presentations and workshops and online courses and webinars and all kinds of good stuff that'll happen throughout the year. So it's definitely worth considering. And then for folks who are really passionate about supporting the community, there's the tree level. What that gives you is one ticket to the VIP dinner at Freezing Woman. So we'll have a dinner out at a restaurant, which is going to be a lot of fun. Um, a merch item. So basically, it'll be like your choice of a toque or a mug. And there's a few other things that I have in mind that would all be quite nice, as well as everything else that the lower level memberships have. So anyhow, like once you go off to Patreon, come back, you'll be able to log in, and it will look like this. So log in with Patreon, and you'll see this box pop up. This is just saying that you give the Discourse, which Discourse is the software that does our discussion forum, that you give it permission to check if you're a member and allow that. So I'll click allow, and then I'm logged in. Now, when you first log in, your side menu might look a little bit different than mine. I'm set up as a moderator, so I have slightly more privilege. But what I'll do, you want to make the side if you want to make the sidebar appear or disappear, just click these three lines, and it'll show or hide that. And this is what the interface looks like. It's actually quite clean. And I'll just explain that a category is kind of like a Facebook group. So categories, when I click categories, you'll see there's a co-ed category. This is where you'll have men, women, everybody in a bunch of different subcategories like the marketplace, the gear for talking about gear, solar, gardening, pottery, photography, and more. I'll talk more about that in a second. There's sort of an administrative one called announcements. So this is just for important things for everybody to know. So announcements should be pretty infrequent, just when noteworthy things happen. There's Women in the Woods. This, of course, is a women and non-binary only group. And in there, for example, you can see some of these subcategories like trips. And so, for example, I'll click on the trips. And there's a post about Camp Chili Bum. So if you want to come in and check that out and join that trip, you can click on that. Anywhere you are in Discourse, when you see the category, this is the leftmost box, or the subcategory, which is the next box over. There's like trip subcategory, there's the snails on trails subcategory, and the snakes and lakes subcategory. So for instance, if I click on snails on trails, you'll see the icon changed. In some cases, the coloring changes. Generally, the coloring theme is purple is for the women and non-binary groups. Brown is for the co-ed groups, but there's other ones as well, and I'll show you those in just a second here. So what I can do is I'm going to go back to co-ed, and in the co-ed group, this is basically where anybody, so even if you have a women and non-binary level of membership, you're absolutely welcome and encouraged to participate in the co-ed groups. So for instance, there's for geeking out about gear, solar, gardening. I think there's a post in here, yep, about planting tomato seeds and incubating tomato seeds. So I'll click on that. Oh yeah, that's Sheila actually. So I got her post and her pictures. And You can embed pictures and video anywhere you want. Actually, you don't have to put them all at the bottom as Sheila chose to do here. You can put them anywhere you want in your post and format them in the way you like. You can use emojis, YouTube videos, and actually because this is our own discussion forum, you can actually share news links. So we don't have that limitation that Facebook has right now. So if there's a news link that you want to share, you can totally do that. And again, because there's anywhere you see the category and subcategory, you can click on them and it will take you back to the listing here. So for example, I'll go to the solar group. I put a posting there earlier today, and you can see, in this case, the post, the picture that I am embedded, that kind of thing. What else am I going to show you? A couple things here. The group also has the ability to do messaging between people and also chat. So for instance, what I'll do is I'll just share you first my profile. So when I click on the top right, and you may not have your picture there yet because you haven't set it, you click on the top right, and then the person icon at the very bottom here, you will then be able to go to Preferences and Account, where you can set your picture, your profile picture, and whatever username you want to use. Of course, your email. There's my email if you didn't already know it. And then Profile, you can talk a little bit about yourself. You can set your time zone and so forth. But also, there's the ability to message. This is kind of like email within the system to people. And there's also live chat. So you can set up, just as you could on Facebook or Instagram, you can chat back and forth with people. And there's other things. So for instance, as you post and participate, you'll earn badges. So these are just kind of fun. They keep track of what activity you've done. So for instance, here's some of my activity in the system. The system just came online yesterday, so obviously not a lot of activity yet. There's a couple dozen people already in the system, and so thank you all, and want to encourage more people to come along and join. I did want to go back to the categories for a second. So let's just do this, all categories. In some cases, so you get access to all of the hiking and paddling and winter camping groups, in addition to, some of the other fun hobbies like photography and biking and pottery and so forth. And if there are other areas that you're interested in, feel free to let us know, and we can create those too. That's no problem. And so you get access to all of that. So even the $2 membership gets access to all of this stuff in here. What you don't get is, of course, the online courses, the webinars, the workshops, the presentations, that kind of stuff. But it's actually quite a lot. And I hope you enjoy it, and I hope the interface you find is easy to use. And if you have any troubles whatsoever, please do reach out to me. I'm glad to help, and I hope you'll stick with us. I think this is a really good thing. I think this gives us a nice safe space to interact, and allows you to switch back and forth between different topics that you're interested in, and you can participate in a bunch of different ways. So web browser, mobile phone, email, and so forth. So anyhow, that's probably long enough for now. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.